I'm doing a little feature on the slot backs. I mean, the first thing a lot of Navy fans say, who are these guys? They know Daryl Bonner because you did things last year, but I don't think they know much about Malcolm or the Brown brothers or anyone else on the depth chart for that matter. Can these guys get the job done, Daryl?
Oh yeah, of course. Coach Award, he has a trust in a lot of guys. Every guy he's gonna play, he has a lot of trust in, and all of us have the same amount of abilities. Really, we all can run, we all can catch, we all can block. Pretty much, we're all interchangeable, and we all can make plays.
You obviously they called you Big Play Bonner for a reason. It seemed every time you touched the ball it was a first down or some sort of big play. Do you feel like with more touches you can translate that to bigger numbers?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to try to replicate the same thing that I did last year whenever the ball's in my hands. I'm just going to try to do the most I can for the team.
So we've been hearing a lot about Malcolm, and they say he's a dynamic runner. Is it true? Are you seeing that on the practice field as this guy can go?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He has a lot of talent, especially with the ball in his hands. He's explosive. He's very fast. He can catch. There aren't many things he can't do with the ball in his hands.
What about Jamal Daniel? He's a guy that's had some injuries. I mean, I know he was a big-time sprinter in high school. You probably heard about him from North Carolina when you were a younger guy. I mean, he's a speedster. Can Jamal finally have that kind of year that everybody thought he might be able to do when he came in here?
Yeah, I mean, I heard about him. We went to the same high school.
You heard about him.
Yeah, you know.
So you never could catch him, huh?
Oh, of course not. I don't think anybody.
Yeah, he's national level.
Yeah,
sprinter.
he's fast. Yeah, he's fast. I think it'll translate over to the field. He's very fast. He has game-breaking speed. If he can get the edge on somebody, I don't think many people can tackle him.
All right. So last but not least, you feel good going into this season where the moment of truth is upon us. You're a senior captain. Is this team ready?
Oh yeah. I think we're ready to go. We got a couple more practices to get in, brush some things off, but I think on Friday we'll be ready to go, strap it on, and get on with the next season.
Just your thoughts on earning a starting spot for the Navy football team. It's a huge honor.
It is. It's a tremendous honor. All the guys who have come before me, I've seen them do it. I've seen Joey, Brandon. I mean, I watched Andrew last year. I mean, I got into, but definitely watched Blake Copeland, and I feel like I'm ready to go in that position.
What I mean, in terms of the right or the left, I mean, you played both, I believe. I think you went into games last year at either side. Does it really matter? And are you more comfortable on the left?
I think you have to be comfortable on both sides. I mean, because they teach us that here. You got to be able to play both sides.
You got to be able to flip.
It puts you in the best position to get on the field. And originally I was more comfortable at right, but I'm definitely more comfortable at left right now.
Right. So I was asked, what have you improved? I mean, last year you were a backup. You weren't quite there. You weren't good enough to start. What have you gotten better at that has enabled you to take the next step?
My knowledge of the game. From our offensive perspective, I know a lot more right now than I could have ever imagined last year. It goes from that and then applying it on the field, like making pre-snap reads from my position, looking at like tendencies, what this D lineman's doing when he's in the stance, what they're doing when they like rock down, different things like that, and just coming off the ball better, staying lower, getting second step down, all that kind of stuff.
So I know Coach Ingram is a very tough grader, but I think John Hawk might be even tougher. It seems like whenever I see him at practice, he's questioning. He's very tough on you.
Oh yeah, I can always expect that from my dad.
He was your offensive line coach at one point in your career, wasn't he?
He was. He's coached me up on offensive line. He's coached me up on defensive line. It's just when it comes to coaching, he was always a coach before my dad.
Right.
And I'd be able to talk to him about things at home, and still today, if I go to talk to him, he'll be there. He'll like tell me what's wrong. I may get a little mad, like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
But he's still always there to help.
I was going to say, in the end, he's your biggest supporter.
Oh, no doubt.
Right. Elijah is from the Houston area. Kind of just tell me your thoughts. I mean, your heart goes out to the people back home, right?
Yeah, it's a sad situation. I've talked to my parents back home, and they said that a lot of Houston areas flooded and people have to evacuate their homes. So my heart goes out to them, and definitely keep them in my prayers.
Now, you're from Humble, Texas, which is a little bit outside of Houston, not hit quite as hard as the city?
Humble is actually flooded right now, but
my
my hometown, Tassita, my neighborhood, is doing well. So that's nice. But Kingwood and the surrounding areas are flooded.
Right. I know that they've had hurricanes there before, but did you ever imagine this would happen back home? I mean, and has it been a distraction at all going into the season?
No, I don't think I would ever imagine it being like this, but I don't think it's a distraction either. Talk to my dad. He lets me know that my family is okay, so I trust in him. He's back home. He's taking care of them, so my focus is here, but my prayers definitely are with him.
All right, thanks, buddy. Jasper and Coach Niemat, and they feel good about where you're at. I think you showed them what you needed to show them in August.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm feeling more comfortable. It's a long summer, working hard with Coach Jasper, but I think it's finally paying off.
We talked on Media Day about the homework you did. As you got into camp, did you start to feel the benefits of that? Did it pay dividends?
Definitely. I mean, it definitely helps to see, a visual on paper, I guess, and then, put on the film. But then, to apply it on the field and when everything's going fast, it helps, and it's nice to see the change.
Coach had said one of the things you have to do is show confidence, and that's how you get others. I mean, Keenan Reynolds was the epitome of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been a confident guy. You've had a lot of success in your athletic career. Was it more just feeling more confident about your knowledge of the offense to make you kind of express that confidence a little bit better on the field?
That's exactly right. I mean, when he says confidence, he means, me knowing what I'm doing and me presenting, whether we're in the right play or not, getting in the right play, and just having that ability to, know right there and then, okay, know what I have to do.
Coach Niemat said that there's a lot of the people that are predicting Navy to not have as good a season. There's some people that predict you finish second to last in your division after winning it. Think it's because the quarterback is inexperienced and is going to be a step down from last year. Does that motivate you?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to play football to best of my ability. I don't really read any of that crap, so I don't let it bother me. At Spalding, my high school, we've always been underdogs, and we've always came through. So, it doesn't bother me.
But no chip on your shoulder.
I mean, I definitely feel like I have a lot to prove. I think we all do as an offense. Just coming off the 3-game lose streak is, that gives us a big chip on our shoulder. But
right.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have something to prove. I think everyone on the offense thinks they have something to prove. So we just got to go out there and prove it Friday.
All right.